Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Quotation again. In this video, we are going to discuss about a string constant pool and why it is being used. We will also discuss about some of the methods of a string. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Let's start. So what is a string constant pool? It is a special area in Java heap memory which is used by Java to store and manage the literal string objects. Now what are literals? How you can create string literals? You can just give it like string s1 where s1 is the variable name and anything within double quotes. So if I'm giving hello in the double quotes, then I'm creating a string literal named s1 having the value as hello. And when I do this, what does Java does? It will look in string constant pool whether we have a string literal having the value hello. If we have, then it will return the reference of this to the variable s1. If it doesn't have, then it will create one string literal with the value hello and then it will return the reference to s1. Now, why it is used? Why this string constant pool is used? Because in Java, strings are widely used and it consumes a significant amount of memory. Now, by reusing this string literals, we can help in conserving memory and also increasing performance. So now suppose I give as string s1 is equal to hello. Now what it will do, it will go in the string constant pool. It will say whether I have any reference of hello. First, probably it will not find, so it will create one string literal hello and pass the reference to s1. Now I say string s2 is equal to hello. Now I have already created s1 with hello. What does Java will do? It will go, it will check a string constant pool, it will find the reference hello. So it will pass the same reference to s2. Now consider an example where instead of using string literal, what you're doing, you are giving or you are creating the string object as new with the new keyword. So I'm saying string s3 is equal to new string having the value hello. Now this is not created as a string literal. What does Java will do? It will create one object. It will not go in the string constant pool. It will simply create an object with the value hello and then pass the reference to s3. So this is the benefit of a string constant pool. If a string constant pool is not used, then every time if I want to create an object with the value hello, it will create different objects. It will waste the memory and also it will decrease the performance. With a string constant pool, if it is of the same value, it will simply pass that reference to those variables. Now there's a method in a string called intern. What does this do? Basically, when you apply, so suppose there's a variable s3 which you created using the value hello, and then you applied the intern method on this string object s3. Now, when you does that, what does Java do? It will check with this value, do I have any reference in the string constant pool? So S3 has value hello, and when you place an intern method on this S3 object, it will go and check whether I have any reference of hello in the string constant pool. If it has, then it will return that reference to this variable. So S4 will point to now this hello which is present in the string constant pool. But suppose if there was no reference in the string constant pool, then what does this intern method would have done? It would have created one object in this string constant pool using the value hello and then pass that reference. Now, what are the string methods? There are many methods that can be used that are available in the string class. And for checking all the methods, you can simply go to Oracle documents on the internet for the string and you can get all the methods. Probably in the practical session of this video, we are going to look at some of the string methods that are most widely used. So this covers the theory part of this video. Let's move to the practical section. Let's start with the practical first, string constant pool. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create a class here. I'll just name it as string constant pool. I'm going to add a main method here and I'm going to declare two variables. So how I'm going to declare this string variable s1 using string literals. And what is the string literal? Anything that is present within these double quotes. So I'm defining a type string. I'm creating a string object. This is the type string. This is my variable name, and this is a string literal hello. And I'll create another one. String s2 is equal to hello again. Now, what does string constant pool says? Like, if it is a string literal, if you are defining it as a string literal, what Java does, it will go in the string constant pool. It will see if I already have an object of that value. If it is, it will return to the same reference to this variable. So this S2 will actually, the first line, this S1 will be created like a string object will be created in the string constant pool. And then when you try to create S2 using the same value, it will return the same reference. How we can prove that? We can simply put print statement and say S1 equal to S2. Now, if this string constant pool is actually true, then this statement written on line 5, this should give us true. So let's run this. So it is building, and you can see it is true. Now suppose I create another variable s3 of a string. I'll create a new object basically of a string using this new keyword. So what I'm saying, let's create a string object using a new keyword with the value being hello. Now this is not a string literal. We are creating a string object. What Java will do, it will create another object of the value hello in heap memory. It will not pass this reference. So now when we give this print statement as s1 is s1 equal to s3, then this statement should give us false. So first statement will give us true, then the second will give us false. Let's run this. It is building, and you can see the second statement give us false. Why? Because this is created in the heap memory, and as it is not a literal, it will not go and check the string constant pool. Now you will remember that we also read about intern method. What does intern method do? It will check if we have the string object in the string constant pool with that particular value. If it is, it will return to that reference. So suppose on this object, like on this S3, if we put intern method, now what it will do with this object, we put intern method, so it will go in the string constant pool. It will see if you have an object of the value hello. If it is, it will return true. So now we have, because we already created s1, so s1 should be equal to s3 now, because this s3 reference will point to the same object that we created in line 3. Let's run this. So now when we run this, we see true and true. So this concludes the practical for a string constant pool. We will be covering the practical for string methods in our next video. So this brings us to the end of this section. In this video, we discuss about a string constant pool. If you like the video, do hit the like button, share it with your friends, and please subscribe to the channel Quotation. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.